What's going on? What's going on out there? I'll tell you what's going on in here. We got us a budget fixed blade knife. Nice little choil up here, all that kind of shit. You know? Uh, I recognize this designer's logo here. He's done designs with CMB, etc., etc. And D2 blade. This is Kizer. Interesting knife. It is called the Magara, Magara or Magra or whatever. And this is Artur. And I don't know if that's Zuta or what, how you pronounce his last name. Almost a 10-inch blade, D2, G10 handle, right? That's a pretty good size knife, but it doesn't feel very heavy. It feels pretty light. Full tang construction, of course. Probably number 8's along here. And yeah, so I was curious about that because I thought, hold on, I think I've seen this before, right? I mean, this is his Instagram, so I'll put his Instagram link down below. And of course, there's the Magara, but there's others, and CMB knives, right? So he's done stuff with them. Maybe Wee knives. Maybe I saw his logo on that too. Is that a Wee knife? It looks like it. Okay, whatever. So this is the deal. Photography enthusiast, knives and gear fanatic, etc., etc., collab designer, that kind of thing. But this was one of his particular posts on this. Back to you, novelty creation, and this knife is Magara, which means crocodile in the whatever language that is. You pronounce that word, okay? Why the name? I've been a movie fan since I was a kid, blah, blah, blah. Crocodile Dundee, in which Paul Hogan pulled out a knife. And Paul is Paul Hogan's cousin. Yeah, so Paul had a bigger knife, but Paul had a smaller knife that I'm kidding you. That's misspelled, obviously. So, yes, that's not a knife. This is a knife. So he wanted to do something buoy clip point style. So let's talk about the knife instead of Paul Hogan, okay? And there it is. I mean, it's not real heavy blade stock, which is fine because you don't need it to be that heavy. Well, it's 4 millimeters. I mean, it's close to that, 3.8 at 0.15. So that's definitely hardy enough, and basically a 1/2 inch thick at 13 millimeters. Okay, total length should be close to 10 inches according to what the jazz they're giving me here. And so here's a 5-inch blade as it sweeps up to less than 5, about 4 3/4. Overall, no, it's 9 3/4. Okay, so it's close to 10. And it's, what do we got? 20, not quite 25 centimeter overall length. You know what? I got to get the weight on this thing. It feels pretty light. I mean, not scary light, but it feels fairly light. Well, 186. I mean, so that would be heavy for an EDC folder, but for a 10-inch fixed blade with 4 millimeter blade stock, that's not that terribly heavy, right? So 187 grams, still well under 200. And let's see if we can, okay, 6.6 ounces. Oh, by the way, it comes with the sheath. And see, check this out, okay? So you can rock around the clock here, right? I guess you can tighten that down if you want. But I mean, the cool thing about that is you can carry it in a cross draw style, right? So you can have this hanging on your belt loop and you can basically, do that with it. So that's interesting, as opposed to, a direct, up and down orientation on your belt, etc., like that. This would be, I think, better as far as I'm concerned, depending on, what you're doing and where you're going, all that kind of stuff. We do have a little drain hole in the bottom. At least there's that. Now, the one thing I had to kind of get over was the fact that this one, and this may be just this knife, but this is not coming out. There's no rattle either, but this is not coming out easily. I'm so I'm taking my hand like this and I'm pulling pretty hard and I finally got it out. That is a little too aggressive. It snaps in just nice. Why I am having difficulty, do I need to orient myself a different way? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I usually I can just push with my thumb, and just pop it. But no, this one, so I don't know if I need to maybe lighten up on these screws a little bit or something like that to adjust it to come out a little easier. But let's put it this way. It is not going to fall out at all, okay? A nice looking blade shape, though, don't you think? That's nice. Ergos, for me, they work because Sausage Boy here, the other two there, and this one backing up is pretty good. That's a pretty good orientation for me. Let me see what reverse grip. Not as comfortable. I guess my lead finger is going to be back here on this. Unless I was creeping up like this might be okay. But if I'm back behind this, it's okay. It's just not like organic feeling. It's just not like natural. So no, intuitive. But this is fairly intuitive. Yeah, I kind of figure out where I'm supposed to be pretty quickly. And then climb it up on here. Not a problem. And you know what? I need to grab me some paper. Well, they got an edge on it. Okay. I'm not going to complain about that. And it's really inexpensive too. So I got this from Kizer, and Kizer has these on their site, okay? And they've done fixed blades here and there. What's kind of nice is they're really inexpensive. So it's not really an issue of having like a Bark River knife that costs you $320 and you go, wow, I don't know if I just want to just drag that all over Hell's Half Acre. But this, not a problem. Not a problem, okay? Okay, and let me see what more pause and read there is. There's your official stats, supposedly 6.5, and the designer here, etc. Okay? Now, and you do remember this one, right? Southwest, and the Elgin. I think I still got mine of this as well. So, very inexpensive knives, $50, that kind of thing. So, but Kizer's making them, so I feel pretty good about that. And this one feels pretty good in the hand, but you know what? This may be one of the more interesting blade shape style knives that they have had for a while, or maybe ever. You could put a lanyard down through here. That looks pretty good. These are probably number 8, I'm imagining. And no, they're bigger than that. They're probably a number 10. They may be bigger than that. What is that? That's probably a number 10 right there. But yeah, and And that one's moving too, right? But I guess you can do both. Okay, so is it coming from the front or the back? Or does it matter? Okay, let's try that. Oh yeah, from the front, from the presentation side, it's that look. The back's got the screw part. Okay, so that would be how it would pop if it was going to do it. Well, I got a free ride on the first one. I didn't get a free ride on the second. I actually had to do something. Okay, but I just thought I'd pop these off. Okay, so you could cord wrap this, right? That wouldn't be too bad either, really. So that's pretty simple. There's your G10. So at least, it's not freaking glued on and garbage like that. This is pretty simple construction here, which is nice. Simple is good, I think, when you're doing that. And then, of course, all these dogs come from the front. Now, hold on. No, that's good. Okay. I thought there was some restriction there, but there's not. Okay, we're good. And same on that side, but let's just put this little dog in here. Back it up for a little while, get these threads lined up. But yeah, okay. That works all day long. And then there's your lanyard to hold down in the back 40. And then where it's threaded on the back side, doesn't matter. I'm sure you could turn these around if you wanted to. And come on, be cooperative. Okay, we're good. We're all good. All good in the neighborhood now. Let's see if we can pop this doggy open. Let's pop it open. And you can see it comes in a box. There's the inner box. And here's this. Of course, it's got a little protector on the tip. There's that. And then, of course, underneath is where the sheath was. And then, of course, you got a microfiber cloth, and that's it. And a little bit of folding company paper. But that's about it, okay? So, nothing overly, but, I mean, they don't cost anything. So, right there, sticker. Pretty straightforward, pretty good box. Interesting knife, pretty intuitive as far as the forward grip goes. And, you can move up on here. It shouldn't be difficult to sharpen or strop. You got enough jimping up here for a pretty good, grip on this. So you got that. Fit and finish seems pretty good on it. And of course it's skeletonized in the handle to where you could cord wrap it, do some other things like that. Be a good little user, just all around knife, and wow, so inexpensive. All right, I'm gonna leave you with it. But the Magara and means crocodile. Croc Dundee. That's a knife right there. And you know what? We love them knives. So you guys, stay sharp.